I was thinking about this the other day. We had a person that was in charge of robocalling our residents. So she would load all the numbers into a robocall service in 2 cents. And so anybody who was late, it was just like a robocall that said, "Hey, you're late. Please contact us about." And she was responsible for this for 6 or 8 months. And one day I logged into the robocall service and I saw that she was only calling my phone and the other guy that works with these phones. So instead of loading all the numbers, all the people that are late, she was just loading mine in there. Because I told her to put my number in there so that I'd know it would go out. And she was basically just using Brian Miles, who's a friend of ours and worked with me for a long time. She was using our 2 numbers. But point being is we were trying to automate the business, but we've kind of like over automated to the point that we've lost some of the like intangibles, the personal touch and building relationships. And so Matthew, I'd be curious, talk about balancing technology and automation with maintaining relationships with residents and others.
Yeah, that's a big one, right? And especially as some of the AI stuff we've talked about, if it takes over pieces of communication, how do you have those right relationships? So the way I think about it is consumer expectations are different today than they were 20 years ago. People expect to have access to information in their phone. They don't want to call in or wait for things. That's very common. It's probably less so property owners because they're different demographic than renters. But for sure, renters, I don't believe they actually want to talk to humans for the most part. I think they want their problems to be solved efficiently from their phone. And so I think there's a lot more ability to adopt technology to automate more things on the resident side. On the owner side, I do think relationships are really important. And so what I think you want to be doing is looking at technology that takes work off your employees' plate so that they can focus more on those relationships. Can you get them to do quarterly or biannual business reviews that goes over property performance? Can you have more consultative conversations because they get their monthly financials? It's understandable. You don't need to talk about that. You don't get 30% of your owners calling every, 7th of the month saying, did they pay rent yet, etc. Like, you can deliver the simple answers via technology to them so that your people have a little bit more bandwidth to have those conversations that technology really can't have. How's my asset performance over time? How is there any buying opportunities for them in the market? Are they looking to sell? Those types of conversations that quite frankly, technology is not ready to do, nor is it the right thing to do, because real estate buy, sell, at least right now, or even management of an owner's property, is so personal in nature. And you need boots on the ground that are explaining these things. So that's how I would think about technology if I was running a property management company, taking effort off so you can empower your people to have those fun conversations.
And to Matthew's credit, everybody, he has run a property management company before. It wasn't in the SFR space, but he was in the HOA space. So he does know some of the pains that we deal with. Ray, you wanted to add something?
Yeah. So to Matthew's point, I think his point about owners and investors is super true. And I don't know if any of you guys have read the book Leaders Eat Last, and just the physiological and biological connections that human beings have of building trust. We're still in a trusting relationship. The vast majority of investments are still owned by mom and pop landlords who are giving the thing that they legitimately value the most and giving it to another human being. And a good parallel of that is we got to watch the infusion of capital into the buy-sell market. And if you actually track and watch how many agent-assisted transactions there were, they actually went up. The amount of human beings involved in real estate transactions have not went down. They've actually went up. And so I think as we're thinking about how does property management utilize technology, as you think about what are the transactional points, as Matthew said, with the resident, I just want my crap fixed. You just fix my stuff. I just want it done. Whereas the investor is I've got some trust. Is this going to be money? Am I going to make money? I've got some bills to go. that trust is really important. And so how do you take those transactions and really lean into the human element? I don't see a world in which even incredibly powerful AI visualization unwinds some of the biological mechanisms that are built into the human being.